Hi everyone, my name is Stacy and I just happen to have a whole 20-pound box of apples and I'm going to just show you what I'm going to do with them. So today I've decided I'm going to make some applesauce and then can that. It won't give me very many because the pint-sized jars that I use take about 4 apples, so it's going to go pretty fast. But I didn't want to throw out the peels, and they're right here, so that I can try my hand at making apple cider vinegar for the first time. I'm just going to show you this process as I move along and hopefully inspire you to also do some canning. The first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and wash and peel my apples. I'm going to put the peelings in one pot. Like I said, this is going to be for apple cider vinegar, and then core my apple and put the apple chunks into the other pot. Once I get my apples prepared, I'll go ahead and show you the next step. Okay, so now that I have my apples ready, I'm just going to move on to the next step. So I have them in a pot on the stove, and I'm going to add just enough water to the pot just so that they don't burn and stick to the bottom. So it won't be very much. There is not like a specific amount. It's whatever you think you need. I'll start out with that. It's about 3 cups. I'm going to turn this on to medium-low and then just simmer this for about 20 minutes until the apples are soft. And then I will show you the next step. The apples are nice and tender, and so I'm just going to transfer them now into my food processor and blend them until they're nice and smooth. Okay, once the applesauce is to the consistency you want, it's time to just put it back into the same pot. So let me go ahead and do that. And now I'm just going to keep going until I get all the apples blended. Once your applesauce is blended to the consistency that you desire, go ahead and pour it back into your pot, and then it's time to add a little lemon juice and sugar if you want to, or even some cinnamon. Now for me, I didn't want to add sugar, so I didn't. I did add 1/4 cup of lemon juice to this pot, and remember it was kind of full, so what the measurements are is about 12 pounds of apples for 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And if you want to add a little sugar, that's up to you on how much you want to add. Anyway, so I'm just going to heat this up to where it's nice and piping hot before I put it into my canning jars. I sometimes forget that we have new people watching who have never canned before, and so I want to explain the process of canning. First of all, I'm using pint-sized jars for my applesauce, and I have this nice funnel that's meant for canning. And I'm going to be filling up my applesauce to about a 1/2 inch from the top. Use a little rubber spatula to kind of press it down and make sure there's no air bubbles in there. If you get it a little too full, like I did here, just scoop a little out into the next jar. You want it to be at least a 1/2 inch from the top, and then wipe the rim of your jar. Go ahead and take one of your hot lids. Let me just separate one of these. I have a little magnetic lid lifter, but I cannot find it right now, so I'm using tongs, and they don't grab very well. Okay. Just put it onto your jar, and then you put the band on and just fingertip tight. Now this is going to go into a water bath canner, and I will set the timer for that, and that takes 20 minutes. So anyways, I'm just going to finish filling my jars and get these in the water bath canner, and I will show you the final product. Thanks for watching.